Well, look what came in the mail. Finally. And it even has a handle. Check that out. Oh, I love it already. Isn't it so cool? What kind of format does it take? It takes... Oh, it does have coaxial. Nice! I'm very glad. I was afraid it would only have the 2 posts. But coaxial, or coaxial, is perfect. I love this. This is definitely the kind of TV that I like. Oh, and look what else came in the mail. My new thyristor. This is to control my new spot welding thing I'm going to be building, so I can make the second battery pack for my tricycle. Okay guys, so let's turn it on. That didn't work. Okay guys, so a second here. Fuck that shit, I'm getting a refund. The old tube's busted. So this was all kind of a disappointment. This really would have been the perfect TV for me if only it worked. So I'm gonna file a complaint. Well, not a complaint. I'm gonna talk to the eBay seller and see if they'll refund me. Maybe I have to ship it back. I might be able to keep it. Who knows? So far, pretty much every time I've ever had an issue with something on eBay, especially an old used item, they've just let me keep it and they've refunded me. So, well, maybe I could put an LCD screen in here, but I don't know. I'd really like to get a tube. I really wanted that. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know though. That's pretty dead. I think there's a lizard in here. Haha. Ah, shit. Well, anyway, so this is such a perfect TV. If only it worked. God. I think I'm gonna try to get another one of these CTJ 1000s. But yeah, the person very begrudgingly accepted to do a return and a refund, so I'm gonna ship it back. If I'd gotten this at a yard sale for really cheap, even for $20, I probably would keep it and try to upgrade it, but man, this is just such a disappointment. It's kind of ruined my weekend because I was wanting to play Mario Brothers and stuff like that. Don't want you guys seeing my address, but there we go. There's the package. Gonna run it down to the post office and ship it out. God, this is such a fucking letdown. God damn it. So close, but no cigar. Well, let's get this piece of shit to the post office. It's about as big of a thing as I'll carry on my tricycle. Oh well. It's always so weird. These big post offices are nothing like I'm used to in Illinois. They actually have to stand in line here, and they have like a protocol to where to stand and stuff like that. But then again, they have more people coming through, so that makes sense. So this weekend has been quite disappointing for 3 main reasons. 1, the television. 2, I've discovered I have about 15 bicycle spokes broken on my electric tricycle, or wheel spokes broken. And 3rd, I have to move out. That's kind of a big bummer. Not so much for me having to move. I can move, but the biggest thing is that if I have to move somewhere else, that's going to be another setback for my YouTube channel. Because as it is now, I kind of have like a little nice little workshop set up in the garage. But it's a whole bunch of drama bullshit. Basically, I have no idea why they want me to leave. Like, my landlord had like a very serious talk with me, and I was trying to make sense of what she was saying, but I still have no clue what she's trying to say. Like, for instance, she was getting upset that I was asking too many questions. Well, if you're going to be kicking me out, of course I'm going to ask questions. She got upset that I wanted more defined answers like, are you kicking me out or are you not kicking me out? She got upset by that. And she was trying to explain things by, like, analogies, like, you're like a green rainbow, but I'm more like a purple rainbow, and they're not compatible. It's like, what the fuck are you trying to say? I don't understand. Really, I really have, because usually I have a slight understanding, but really I just have no understanding. It's like, please, can you just say you want me to leave? Why do you have to go through all this stuff? And she also said that I wasn't abstract enough. It's like, I wasn't abstract enough? And she said a bunch of things that came off as pretty big insults to me, like that I wasn't open minded, I was rude, I was. Let's see. I was inconsiderate, which is just totally like opposite of what I thought. I don't know. I think she might have some mental problems. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to move out as quickly as possible, just because everything has not been very good with me and my landlords. But it's been cheap, and actually staying here has been fine. So I'm willing to brush over a bunch of like personal differences, but I guess they're not. It's just so weird that here I've been trying to be as nice as possible, even doing things like fixing their plumbing and whatever, and yet I don't know, just it's weird. Anyway, so I'm going to probably make a video about fixing the spokes. Let's go look at them now. So I was riding home and I heard a really nasty pop sound. Like, well, actually pretty loud. It was one of these breaking. And then I looked down and I was like, oh man, I broke a spoke. I broke 2 spokes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, 6. And then I looked on the other side and I broke all those ones. And the interesting thing is they're all in the same direction. They're all on this side of it. None of this side is broken. All this side. None of the ones that are going in that way are broken. These ones, fine. But these ones are all broken. Now it may be the direction, and it may be which side they're mounted on. But either way, pretty much all of these are broken. Just look at that. That's crazy. So I ran to a bike shop. Once again, yes, I did end up running to Walt's bike shop, even though I fucking hate that place. They were trying to sell me on some brand new tricycle tires, but they only had 24-inch tires, not 26-inch tires. It's like, well, if you're gonna try to sell me on something, try to sell me on the thing I actually need, not a different item that doesn't really fit. Whatever. So I mean, the guy was really trying to sell me and get new tires, getting new wheels, and so I just brought up, oh well, I guess I could just make it with a TIG welder or whatever. So it's kind of so that kind of shut him up. Just like, I don't care. I just want to make something, even if it's going to be that difficult. But I picked up 20 spokes. I also have that rim that a friend gave me. It's like some fancy bicycle rim. I don't know, but I might be able to use something like that. Just like cut the spokes, or not cut the spokes, but pop the spokes off there. Not really sure. I'll try these first, though. Also got a universal tool. We'll see how that goes. Well, that was easy. That was a lot easier than I expected. I only ended up using 10 spokes, and I did not use the nipples. I discovered that you can just keep the nipples inside the rim and use the old nipples. I love that. You can just pop that out because it's already broken. Pop it out, unscrew it, put a new one in, and screw it up. And then I even calibrated the wheel, or I straightened the wheels so they're even straighter now. Because before they wobbled by like that much. They're like really like that. But now they're a lot straighter. a video coming about that soon, because it really wouldn't. I don't think calibrating a wheel would fit very well in random bits, and also it's good enough to be its own little video, even if it's short. Quite happy. Unfortunately, it did not alleviate any of the issues of the sound, as I think they still have to replace the bearings on that. And also, now that I know I have to move somewhere eventually, kind of puts a little more pressure on recycling things. Not really any of the good stuff, because that stuff, that's going to stay. But more like those laptops and that shuttle computer. Because I've still been going back and forth, and now I'm going back and forth even more about if I should recycle them or not. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pile of stuff that will be able to go to recycling. And if I ever do run out of space, that pile of stuff will go. I kind of hate how I've lost like my rhythm today, or this weekend. I haven't been able to regain my filming rhythm, because usually I get a little, I have to deal with work stress, and then on Friday night I go for a ride up to the Bay Trail and just ride around a little bit, maybe ride up onto the old Sunnyvale dump, and just I kind of unwind a little bit. Sometimes I just like I feel refreshed just from that like 1 hour drive. Sometimes I have to like go up to Weird Stuff Warehouse the next Saturday, and then I feel, after like looking around at all the junk and looking through old PCI cards and stuff like that, I feel like I'm reset for the week. But this week, that feeling of being reset has never left me yet, and it's like halfway through Sunday. And I think that reflects in my videos a lot, because my videos are a clear, like, coincide with my real life, personal life. Because if my videos kind of jumping around the place, that means that I'm having a hard time thinking about things. If my videos are boring, that means that my personal life is boring. So, I feel like all this stuff, well, a little bit of having to move out, I kind of saw this coming a little bit, but mostly the television. For some reason, that television just really, really frustrates me. God. And I just feel like I've lost my entire rhythm, at least for random bits. Doing a more, like, structured video, like, for instance, the spokes for my wheels, the second part of the antique tool restoration, which is going pretty good, I think. The tools are drying right now, and they look nice. Actually, the wood's like really dark, like almost looks almost like black right now, which that should lighten up whenever it dries. But I soaked them for a week on accident. I kind of didn't have time to take them out after 2 or 3 days, so I let them sit for another 4. So they're pretty dark. So I think those videos, since they go by like a kind of set structure, they're okay. But at least this random bits video is going to be all over the place. And then we have to talk about, like, moving. It's not a huge deal. I mean, it is a deal. But, like, for instance, I have a friend that will give me, like, a little room in his garage to store some stuff. About the size of my bed and about 2 feet tall. It's underneath some shelves that he has. So I could fit pretty much all my stuff in there and just, like, live at some other bed and breakfast or whatever. But my YouTube channel, I think, would suffer from that. At least the quality of the videos. And the reason why that would suffer is because my personal project life would suffer also. I wouldn't be able to make anything really interesting. And that would drive me up a wall. Because already I'm not doing great things out here. Like, I'm not building electric lawn tractors, I'm not building off-grid shit. But then, there'd be even less than that. It just would piss me off. I've been really wanting to make a trailer to pull behind my tricycle that would be about 8 feet long, 24 inches wide. It'll have a solar panel, actually 3 solar panels. So you have the main solar panels, and they can slide out from underneath, like that. So you have 3 solar panels. like 600 watts of power. I could probably ride my tricycle off just that power. It would have a 48 volt 50 amp hour lithium battery inside of it. It would have enough food to live off of it for like 2 weeks, and the solar panel mechanism would raise up to be a roof and would have like mosquito netting or an unzippable tent wall around it and have a bed. So it would basically be like a really tiny like camper trailer for my tricycle that would be collapsible, so it would only be like maybe 8 inches thick. It'd be very aerodynamic, and I would have like an umbilical cord going from it to my tricycle to link up the battery, so I'd have like a 100 amp hour battery or whatever, because also I'd load the battery in the tricycle with it, because I would love to go for like a cross country road trip on my tricycle several years from now. Well, I was thinking it would probably be good to actually start with that by making just a flatbed trailer that's modular. So the trailer is like, I would make it in the dimensions so that it'd be easy to upgrade it to whatever I need later. But it'd be like 24 inches by 8 feet. Maybe a little wider. I don't want it to be any wider than my tricycle, though. And, well, then it occurred to me, if I make it modular so it can work as a flatbed trailer, and it can work to have all these other units like bolt onto it, well then why can't I have another set of units to bolt onto it, like a workshop? For instance, what if I had like a battery mechanism where I had like a battery where I bolted it on there, a car battery, I don't care. Then I have like a bunch of boxes for tools, a bunch of boxes for non-tools, like stuff I need for actual projects. So then I have like a portable workshop. So if I want to do something, I load it up with a bunch of all the stuff I need. I drive it out to somewhere relatively remote. Anywhere that's remote around here still seems heavily populated compared to Illinois, but it's in a filmable area where there's not people like walking around like, oh, what you doing? Or whatever. And I could film a video like near the bay or up on a mountain or something like that. That'd be kind of interesting. It'd be best to buy my own land, though. I've been working towards getting my own land, and this is actually one question I have for you guys. Now, I am working towards getting my own land. I can afford the land. It's just it'll take maybe a year to get that land, because I want to get some cheap land, maybe on a hillside, probably up in the mountains. That'd be freaking cool. Put a shipping container there, have a big pile of junk, make it off-grid, and then kind of turn that, work on like refining water and making solar power and stuff like that, but then turn that utility shed, or the shipping container someday, into like a utility shed, so it would be a source of water and electricity, and then I could pipe that to like a tiny house that I'd make next to it, or on top of it, or whatever. I don't know. But I would be interested to know if, for instance, I was having a really hard time affording something like that, because right now I'm about like 50% there to owning my own place. Still not forgetting my own shipping container and all the other stuff. But I was wondering, do you think I should open up an option for you, the viewers, to help accelerate that? I don't need the money or anything like that. It could be parts, it could be money. But I'm thinking maybe if I really am trying to push to get some property so I can actually do stuff again while still being out here so I can still go to work, maybe I should open up an option for people to help fund it, like maybe donate $5 to it or whatever. I wouldn't want to do it with any promise, though, because, well, what if I buy the land and I break my leg and I can't make videos for a long time? Well, I mean, I don't think breaking my leg would stop me from making videos. But, like, for instance, I wouldn't want to promise that, oh, if you donate money, then I will do this, this, and this. It's just that if you do donate money, I'll try to do this, this, and this. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I'd feel very bad for taking money. But then on the flip side, it's not that I would be personally taking money. I have all the money that I personally need, but it would be funneling back into something that would help my YouTube channel. And that's just something that I've been thinking about. But either way, if I just wait, I'll end up having the money to get it. Because the land I'm looking at is about $50,000, which is quite a bit. But relatively around here, where like even the slums, a house or an apartment will cost like $500,000, that's pretty cheap. And it's $50,000 for 2.5 acres. So yeah, I'd like to have you guys' opinions on the possibility of me opening up a way to accelerate me getting land to do off-grid projects, or just do projects there. It'd be really interesting to hear from you guys, because I've had quite a few people already asked me if I have a way for them to donate to me, and I was thinking that might be an interesting way. Don't know, but then I feel greedy. I feel horrible and greedy. Oh well. But yeah, I'd like to hear from you guys. Well, that's pretty much it for this weird, messed up, random bits. And it's not like it's really random, but not in a good way. It's like poorly filmed. It feels. I don't know. Ah well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. See ya.